Okay, audio seems to be working. Might need to turn that down a little bit. What's the setting? Over here. What's up? What's up? I'm Hype C. I play games, make games everywhere, and today we are in Bangkok, Thailand. This is the last day I'm in this apartment, going to another place tomorrow. I think that's gonna be like my 11th apartment place this year. I gotta always on the move, and today we are working again. I've been working on this game pretty much like every day. Uh, Not always on YouTube, sometimes on the TikTok, checking out their hyper casual games. I don't really talk as much. I'm more just kind of like in the thick of it, trying to like make stuff happen. But I've been making a lot happen, and there's a couple things that I still need to figure out along with. There's also a lot that I have gotten done. So let's take a look. So there's like a little hand tutorial there at the beginning. I don't know why, but suddenly it's just kind of there for like 2 seconds and then disappears. I'm not sure why. Open, we got the background music going. Okay. Yo, PT Jones in the house. What's up? Welcome. This is the place I've been staying at. I can't believe it's been either 13 days, 11 days. And yeah, I'm moving. I picked this place because I had to find a place like a couple days before. I don't always get time to plan, so I do like 2 weeks, and I was gonna travel to another place to go visit a buddy who lives way up north, but he's back in the state, so I might as well just stay in this city. Yeah, it's a big city. It's nice. I'm kind of I'm a little lame because I don't go out that much. Like, I mean, I guess I used to go out a lot when I was younger, but now I'm, yeah, I got a good TV. I'm good, and I also have a friend who is here, who I've known for over 20 years. So that's one of the greatest things whenever you go visit a new, well, I guess not a new place, but any outside of what you usually call home is when you know somebody there. And I've been fortunate enough that this has been the case for me for all the places that I've been and plan to go to. But I think once they get to Europe, I'm gonna go into new unknown territories, which is always nice. So this is the game I'm working on. We got a couple of different animals. I'm starting to slowly try to get into the game. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that. I think there's a couple things I need to do, like change some collation shape for the characters, but we have over 30 different vehicles, and then I'm going to also add random add-ons, randomizers that I can place, and it's cool. So all these cards are kind of a little bit different, but usually, you know, we have A, B, C, D. These are the material colors. Most of them are for A is like the primary color. So, you know, it's cool because this morning I didn't know how I was going to approach this, and now I know exactly how I'm going to approach this. Is I'm gonna have individual add-ons for material A, a separate add-on for material B, C, and D, and that way where the cards are just separate colors for A, I can do that. And then when there's like cool stuff like this over here with the stripes, I think this is C. I think the white is C. So we could have random colors like this. That that works. Um, and then that way, when the cars spawn, it'll just not only is there like so many different cars that can spawn, the color, uh, it just adds that flair. And right now, I don't. So let's test the game. Let's put. Oops. Hold on, I gotta go over here. I have the car spawning like mad. So this is one of the cool things that I was doing, and I'm still kind of doing. But you can do this. You can stop everything in the tracks, and I'm literally just going in and making sure none of them are like hovering above the ground. And then I also added some of these little cracks. I made some cool TikToks that I'll probably release a little bit later today. Oh, we can't edit. This is the gameplay mode, and so yeah, I've just been going in and making sure none of these vehicles are like hovering in the ground, and that's why they're spawning so fast. It's basically impossible to. We got this old-timey car too, and this one I think is my favorite. I want to add some kind of like cyberpunk yellow stripes and I don't know, something onto this one. Also, curious question: what's your favorite place when it comes to game dev, apart from working from home? Okay, so the couple things. Great question. Your biggest issue is, or at least for me, it's bathroom breaks, and I kind of like I have this issue with trust. I don't trust any, place. I think it's because I travel a lot and I was in South America. I don't believe. I remember when I was living in northern Thailand, I would go out sometimes, not all the times, but I could go out for like a 2-hour lunch, leave my very expensive MacBook Pro. Now I have like the iPad and multiple phones and things, but I would just leave it, go to lunch, have dope dim sum for like a couple of bucks, and come back and it would still be there. So when I'm making games everywhere, my biggest issue is obviously Wi-Fi. I always feel like a little nerd when I'm like, yo, if the place doesn't have good Wi-Fi, then I don't know what I'm doing there. And then yeah, it's got to have easy access to bathroom with security. So it's always nice when you have a buddy or someone that you're with, but honestly most of the time I'm just like by myself. But yeah, a couple weeks ago, me and Luke King were in the mall in Cebu, Philippines, just working on our stuff, and it was easy because it was like, yo, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, make sure nobody takes my stuff. So a lot of these countries, the mall's really nice. I can find a co-working place is even better. I found a co-working place when I was in the Philippines, and it basically for like the price of 2 coffees, you can stay at a place, let's say 10 hours, which to me is better because I often find when I'm working, if I can get to the 2-hour range, then I can like get into it. Sometimes it's tough to get into it, and not necessarily 2 hours, but like, just sit down and focus. When I'm at a Starbucks, I feel like the maximum I can get is like 2 hours. Earlier today, I was at a coffee shop right in front of my place. It's got like a pool view. It's really nice, but after 1 to 2 hours, it just gets kind of, it's not that ideal. Sometimes couches, like if you're at a place and they have a couch and you have good Wi-Fi, I'll just get on my iPad and I'll just do my thing. So it always depends, but I would say, yeah, like the mall with coffee shop. Starbucks is really good. I was at a Starbucks yesterday. It was really nice, but again, maximum like 2 hours, which is which is fine. You know, I can do multiple 2-hour sessions. It can be a little difficult. So I got a to-do list here somewhere. Delete object road after crossing. I think this one is completed, so we can do that. Parts and wheels, more visual materials. I was messing with that earlier today, so why don't we jump back into that? Now, the thing with the visual materials, it's not necessary, but it can help the overall feel and look of the game you're trying to make. So, like here we can see like this yellow is a little bit brighter than that yellow. And the great thing with iPad is you can go in and like mess with the colors a lot. So here I got like a shiny silver. I got this like super white, and I got actually two super black colors, which I technically only need one. But I kind of broke the system where I cannot add any more colors. So I have to like import colors to change colors and stuff like that. So, but here I like moving this all the way to the blacks to the specular, which I'll be honest, I don't even know what that means. But we can see, I think it's kind of like, it's like, I want us to kind of like the shininess that layers on top of the object from the color of maybe the sun or something. But I like it such a black. It just gives it more of a matted look. I'm a matted type of guy. I got like a matted screen protector. I put that stuff in my hair. I'm just not about the shiny. The mall is a great place. Here in Italy, they started adding workstations inside them. You can sit down and work on your stuff for free. I like that, but what do you do when you gotta use the bathroom? That's my like, I'm just so paranoid, man. You know, it does depend on the country and the place, and you can always ask someone. I feel bad. I don't want to like trouble anybody, but I do ask sometimes, and it depends. Like, I usually don't bring out my computer, but I do sometimes bring out my computer. And when you're on your iPad, it's easy enough to pack up. But if you're in a good location, then it gets like busy. Yeah. But then staying at home all the time, it's like, oh. All right, let's take this dark blue and make this one a little bit darker. So you can see I'm trying to change up the color. This is creepy, so let's get this a soft blue. Yeah, like, I just like the way that visually kind of looks. It's not too shiny. I don't know about this one. This one looks a little. And then I can just put these colors on the different cars to see how they look. So this one I can use to change the color material A, and also color material C. Yeah, I always find malls fascinating because in the United States, malls are basically, nobody goes to them anymore. There are still like the standard malls that are big, that if you're in a city like San Francisco, they have it. But even then, they're closing down because safety issues. I was trying to explain to somebody in Brazil that people don't go to the malls in America because you can order anything you want on the internet and it shows up the next day. Are these two pinks? And the dude, it was difficult because I don't think he understood what I was trying to say. Oh. That's kind of cool. I don't know about pink and green. Okay, I kind of like the way that looks, but I think one of the things that's important to do is mess with the different colors to just make sure they look aesthetic, right? Yeah, so this one needs to be kept black. And I think this we can add that shiny silver. Oh, maybe even, yeah. Doing stuff like this, we can see how the vehicles look. And then this one I have a blue window. I'm not sure if I want to do that for some of these. Instead of a black, we have a blue. And this blue is kind of cool because it's got a little bit of a shine to it. And maybe you can add a blue. This is black on black, gray. And it's good to just spend time messing with the colors. You know, it doesn't always have to. Like, if it doesn't look good, that's okay. You can change it back. I don't know if I like this yellow. That's the yellow of the school bus. I don't think I. Let's see if we move this. That's the darker yellow. No. We got a couple different yellows. So that yellow is too bright. That yellow is just right. I added some more people to the school bus. The cool thing here, and I guess I should try to take a look at it now, is I have these reusable objects that spawn the vehicles, and if we look, there's like 3 seconds where it exists in the middle, and I don't know, I don't think that's good. So let's go take a look, and let's go ahead and change the spawning ability of this object. So right now it's at 0.35 seconds, but when the game becomes live, it'll be three seconds. Oh, maybe I could do it on start, but I think the problem with on start, yeah, is that it sometimes lasts in the middle. Oh, and you know what? Let's turn on the fog just to get a better accurate. Yeah, PT, man, I had issues with saving this morning. I gotta, like, as long as I've been using iPad, the ability to save has been some of the best that I've ever seen in any game making software. But it's gotten me too relaxed. Okay, so the camera's gonna be here, and this thing is in my way. I don't like it, so I'm gonna move it. Camera's gonna be here. Okay, like that. Was the camera that low before? Yeah, I think it was. Okay, so here, background and fog, and hit edit. Oh look, that says edit. That's nice, fog value. So here we can. This is the back fog, and I think I want it about there, so you can't see it. And then this is the other fog. I think we can do like something like. Maybe we want to see the trees a little bit. Yeah, right. Come on, a little bit more. Little bit more. There we go. Then we can even change the fog. Make it a little bit red. That. And none of these really. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I'm not going for like a dark theme though. I'm going kind of basically daylight. I'm gonna have the sky color just be. I would have sky color be different colors. Remember one time I was in San Francisco and the sky was orange. It was really weird. And I kind of wish that I went out and took a bunch of photographs because I felt like I could have been Instagram famous, but I didn't. I just stayed in bed. It was like 8 in the morning and I was tired. So we want this to be blue skies. Blue sky. Fog. That's it. Start the game. Remember to look both ways. And here we go. So I got the 2 lanes all set up, and I now just need to. Like that. That looks cool. It's a race. Get across the street. Go, and I think he's coming. No, is he coming? Okay, so the game over works there. Sometimes the game over doesn't work, so let's keep an eye out for that. Cause it's the game over. We got to keep an eye out for that. There's also a hacky way you can try to get more colors. It worked on the previous versions. By hacky, you mean adjusting the UI in the like sky? I think there's a node for that. Try to add the rock object, change its material name, then add another object with a unique color like medium modular rock. It should also add its color. So if you keep looking for objects that you don't have in your scene, it might create a new material slot for you. And the trick is to rename the object, right? Hold on, let me start that over again. Okay, remember to look both ways. So the starting looks good. Okay, because I had issues sometimes. Okay, so I think the biggest thing I need to do is make sure I get rid of that bus. Because if you notice, you got two vehicles coming from the right, and then it's coming from the left. So, I mean, that just doesn't it just doesn't make sense. So I'll have to. I think I can attach the bus to this particular. See if I can do that. Let's go over here. So this bus is like physically in the scene. And... oh. Reset view, I'm off. Okay, select an object. Where's the butt? Somehow I need to glue this. Oh, but I can't glue it because it's reusable option. All right. Well, that's just something I'm gonna think of. I gotta think about. Right now, if that bus comes, but then the spawner. So right, the spawner has a 50-50% chance of going to the left or to the right. This one's to the right. There we go. And then that one looks like. One to the left and one to the right. Okay, go. Looking good. And I'm gonna be putting eggs or coins. Nice. Here in Thailand, they drive on the left side of the road. Woo! Just, oh. And we got a game over. That's good. Sometimes the game over is not working. I'm gonna turn the fog off. I thought wasn't there used to be a button where you can just turn the fog off automatically? Right now we got 24, 45. This one goes over. The method allows you to bypass the material limit, but it could also be a bit time consuming since you will always need to look for and add unique objects to your scene. Yeah, and that's for changing colors of material objects? That sounds strange. Cause you got your physics material. These these don't have colors. You got your UI colors, which I know you can mess with these. And then I'm not sure about the visual. Yeah, I think the hack is a little bit advanced for me. Let me read it again just to see if I can get it. There's also a hacky way. Try to add the rock object, change its material name. So you change the name of the material, okay. Well, why don't I just give it a shot? You add a rock. Okay. Rock has no physics, it has no material, so I'm not sure if to change the material name. Maybe it's in the new material? It's just a physics material. Okay, well I can still add different rocks later. Let's get back to that to-do list. Okay, add colors on cars. Ooh, particles to the exhaust. I was having trouble with this. This is the... Oh, I could also set up a leaderboard. Maybe I should do that. Leaderboard I think is good. I have the egg. Where's the egg? Okay, these are the eggs. And let's have a broadcaster score. And let's just go over here to the left. Oh, and then we got this dude, which I was gonna use, but now I don't. I'm trying to delete this whole thing. Okay, so go here. Container. We put the score system. Let's get some nodes. We're gonna need a text. Okay, that's cool. Broadcast receiver. Broadcast listener. Change this to listen to score. This is getting more material colors. Visual material colors. Sometimes when you add a new object, it also brings its own material. Yes, that is my current move, is when I need more visual materials, is I go and add just random objects. And I think I do what you're mentioning, where you... I guess I don't know the actual hack, but what I do is I just change the name and the color. But here we can see it sometimes doesn't matter, because we have 2 greens, and I've had more than 2 greens. And let me go ahead, and I'm trying to like rename the one that I don't use. Like this one is called open, and therefore it, you know, if I need to use it, if I need to create a color, which I sometimes do. Oh, that's kind of cool though. It's like half black, half white, shiny. Then I'll do that. And like this one has the black void, and I got pure black, which I believe these are basically the same. Look at this one. I mean, honestly, they don't, like, they could be a little bit darker. Okay, so now they're basically the same. Yeah. Is it a visual material limit? You know what would be cool? If you could like tap and hold one of these and like move it around so you can organize the colors. That would be the coolest thing ever. Someday I believe that will be a thing. You just move it. Because I would love to organize these in like a rainbow kind of pattern. so that I could have almost like a color wheel, and all the colors are organized so I can see how much they are alike or not alike. Like this blue, number 14. Oh, you know what? And I always forget this. And I don't know why, but the little numbers on the top right say how many objects are attached to it, which is great because here we can see pure black and black void. This one has 15, this one has 8, and this open has 1. I wish you could like track it down though, see where that color is. But yeah, so like this pink, it's got none, so that's great. I wish I would have known. I was messing with these colors earlier, man. And this green solid has 99 plus different things going on. And I forget. Oh yeah, score. Okay, so we need a broadcast receiver. Plus, I think we need like some kind of math operator. And then we'll put this. We can call it. I'm trying to think of, like, I guess right now I could just say eggs. And maybe all the animals could be saving eggs. Type number, enter. We're gonna just. Nope. Oh, format. Basic. Okay, so we got the number, and then here, value output equals value. Signal receive for A. I always forget what to put here. I think we just do add 1. Yeah, that looks good. And then we're gonna also need a leaderboard entry. I'm not able to do the advanced stuff like save scores or, you know, pause the game, leave it, save the score, come back and go. Yeah, but that's okay. Ooh, global best score. That would be cool to display. I think in order to display that, I need to use the UI. I don't want to go into the UI menu just yet. And then we also need a broadcast listener for game over, or rather game success, because this game doesn't have. And then on game success signal, I think we execute the and you know what I just realized? Go to the hierarchy. So in the game, when you lose, it says game over, try again. That's fine, but technically we don't want a game over. So let's go to the game end here. Show success. And here fail. We'll just also change this to success. This way you always succeed. And what is this? Oh, this is the sun that has a random rotation on it that okay, so we got eggs. And then the game over is kind of instant, so we need to set that. Woof. 1, 2, 3 eggs. And there, the game over did not trigger. That's one of the issues I gotta figure out. That was the orange. Okay. Object is set to red. Maybe it's the wheels? Maybe I got hit by a wheel and the wheels are not set to red? That could totally be a thing. Oh, you know what? All the wheels have wheel move left. Add on. Go blue and make this so that object is red. Try again. Okay, let's go. Maybe it's set on its character. So I gotta so let's this character is limited in the ability to turn in the Y direction, so it only goes straight. Scalar. This is so when it gets hit, it gets flattened. Force, this causes it to get pushed up in the air, because I thought that was cool. And then this sets off the game success. What about this one? Also scaled. I think I have a little bit of a redundancy here. Move. Why are you moving? You get hit. And it moves to the. Not exactly sure. Broadcaster. So we got two broadcasters getting executed here. Oh, one of the broadcasters in the shipping being success. Let's go take a look at that thing. On signal, game end, show and screen. Yeah, that's good. Show and screen. Those the only two game ends? 1, 2, yeah. Oh yeah, I got one of these things in Thailand. They like to smell things. I think this is peppermint. Here they just put it straight up the nose, so you'll see like people smelling, but it's just peppermint. This one's a fancy one because it's like got a little gizmo. You see me doing this while in Thailand because everybody does it here. I also have a really bad sense of smell, so it's nice to smell peppermint. Those my favorite ones. They actually have natural herb in it, and you could, it's like a cool metal container, and then you can smell like rosemary and lavender. These I think are more synthetic. Anyways, back to the collision. So let's see. Haven't set this up. I don't know if I'm going to. Let me change it up. So make sure it's not the bug. And it said the leaderboard score was 0, which is not correct. So let's go. Oh, view. Oh yeah. Okay. So this value output also here, and then we go to score, but you don't execute it, and then on the game success you execute it. Yep, there we go. Okay, there we go. Couple of eggs. 3-lane highway. So this is nice. They're all working in the same direction. I haven't actually figured out how to do that. Make sure all these are lining up. I want it so you could be able to like get in the middle. Feel like that one's a little bit to the left. Maybe I'll move that a little bit more. Yeah, the game over is almost instant, so I feel like somewhere there's a connection where it's just making it happen instantly, the game over, instead of waiting about 1.5 seconds, because I want everything to... Maybe I'll just add the increase in the time to see if that makes an effect. Okay, so let's go over here. I'm gonna move this a tiny bit over. Go too far. And we said we're gonna mess with the game over, game end. So here, wait time 1.5 seconds. Let's do 6 seconds because I think somewhere it's causing it to be game over sooner than I would like it. Okay, so the cube all the way to the left should be a little bit over more now. Tell. Yeah, let's get hit by this guy. Okay, so that's kind of, is that 6 seconds? I think that's a Tesla. Oh, I got hit for 1,000. Is there the one I got hit, but it didn't signal the game over, and then I did get hit, and it did signal the game over. So. So my thought, if I can't get it, oh, and then there was the game over, but it took a lot longer. Let's see if we got any more of those broadcast listeners. So we got a lot. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just go through all of them. This is the first one. This should not be a game. Oh, maybe that's why. Move it to game success. Take a look at all of them. This listens to, okay, so this turns off the ability to touch the screen and move the character. Okay, that's fine. Although it seems like sometimes when the player gets hit, it doesn't work. You want broadcast or broadcast listener? Success, broadcast listener. This doesn't look like it's hooked up to anything. I think I was turning off the camera. No, I don't want to get hit like that. It's hard to, I think there's some ability to move the camera. So let's go here. Then we can go activation enabled. So that turns it off. That might have been that 6 seconds. Bring it back over here. I'll get 2 seconds. Just going through these. Okay, yeah, this is the wall. Where is this at? Gunner, player gunner targetable. Okay, so we're not even using this, so let's just delete that. Good to clean up a little bit. Probably should clean up my room. BRB. Need to juice up with some hot tea. Oh, nice. I'm a big fan of cold tea. Oh, this is the leaderboard that I put up. Cold green tea. Although I like hot tea too. Works well with ginger. But we got like 100 degrees temperature here, man. Okay. Let's go back to my checklist. Set up leaderboard. Okay, so I think the leaderboard's set up. Add particles to car exhaust. Okay, I've been putting this one off. Oh, let me save it. Oh, geez. I've been having real issues with saving, man. Like, and to be fair, it's like my fault because I think I was at like a Starbucks yesterday and I was there for a couple of hours, so I wanted to leave. But I don't remember if I saved it or if I just like kept the app open and then I came here and then I edited some more for a couple of hours and I think I was like making like some cool TikTok videos, but I basically just forgot to save and then I didn't have my stuff, which wasn't that big of a deal, but it was, it's like, dude, I think I've been so comfortable with Hype that usually if I forget to save, it'd be no problem, but I've had to, refine myself and get better at that. Okay, so we got this. What we said, particle exhaust. Well, let me add some of these things. Oh, and then I was gonna add some lightning cracks. Make another. Lightning crack. I've been trying to do these to-do lists. I have a notebook, but the problem is when I don't have my notebook on me. The cool thing about this is the Apple Notes is I can make notes on my iPhone as well, even my computer, which is kind of dope. And okay, so the volume looks good. Let me double check all this. I think one video a couple weeks ago I didn't pay attention to the volume enough and it was like way too loud. Or it wasn't that it was way too loud, it was that the microphone wasn't close enough, and it's honestly because I'm always moving. Like I have to move things around. So okay, add lightning cracks to the spawning road. I'd be curious if you have any thoughts, PT. I was gonna ask people who are better than me later today. Man, I just can't get this AC. I'm like right by the window and I kind of want to show you my view, but I got like underwear hanging right there and my white t-shirts, but it's like skyscrapers. And it's not that big of a thing. Yeah. There. But basically I'm right by the window, so it's hot. It's like 100 degrees outside. And I have this, there we go. So now it's hot again. What were we doing? Cracks. Okay, so I made that. And particle effects. Okay, so particle effects for the exhaust. Oh, you know what? I don't know if anybody watches anime. There used to be a anime that I used to watch back in the day. I mean, this stuff is probably like 20 years old at this point, or at least 15. but there is a anime called Initial D, and this car kind of looks like it. And I wanted to put that. Like that. Just the homage to. I would like to write Initial D, but you know what? Maybe I can. Or not. The small ones say small. What if I don't want the small one? I only want the large. Also, kind of wish it was alphabetical. L. G. H. I. That's the I. I might be able to spell out Initial D. Well, I must put that later. Did I put that in? I didn't. Well, whatever. Exhaust. Let's get some exhaust. So we got particle effects. And we want to put the particle effects in the vehicle themselves. Go here, particle effect. And for whatever reason, I'm having like a really difficult time with this, and I'm not sure why. Okay, so there's a smoke exhaust, and I feel like whenever I look at it at different angles, it's moving. Yeah, like the exhaust. Why would the exhaust be moving as I move the camera? It should be within the object at Z -4, right? But it's like, oh, you know what? It's not moving. Maybe it's not moving, and maybe it's just my camera. Because look at that. It like it does a whole. Maybe it's staying still. The camera makes it look like it's moving. I can't figure it out, dude. Let's do X -1. Y -1. Like that's close. That's close. And because of basically dual exhaust system should be set up kind of like the other. And let's make this dust trail because they're a little bit different. -1, -1, 4. -1, -1, positive 4. Oh wait, we want +1. Okay, so let's, and because it's gonna take forever for that, for us to find that vehicle, we're gonna go in here. I'm gonna change this. This is how I had it set up in the beginning. This is for testing purposes. We hit play, and I think this is just so cool. You can go like that, and there we see the guy right here. We see him. Okay, let's take a look at the exhaust. Get the angle set up just right, and let's speed it up slowly. Come on, exhaust. Okay, so there's like an exhaust all the way to the left. Kind of weird. Too much to the left, and that looks like it's the dust trail. Dust trail. Smoke thing. Maybe local. Maybe I need to set these to local. Yeah, I think that was it. Let's try it again. Now let's go initial key vehicle. Just waiting for it. I think I saw it over there. Yeah, there it is. Okay, let's get here. Get the right setup. Yeah, that looks good. The vehicle seems to be moving pretty fast, so I need to increase the spawn. Let's go in here. I do like the smoke thing. That's 4.25. Negative 0.85. Okay, so the big thing, and it's funny because I spent a decent amount of time on this. I mean, I guess no more than an hour, probably an hour though. Different time intervals trying to figure this out. And I had it set to global, which I guess makes sense because it was moving when I would move the camera. So let's go and move this one also to smooth vent. When did we say 0.85? Is that what we said? I don't know. 0.85. 4.25. And when messing with particle effects, always recommended to change the name, because if you input a new particle effect with the same name, it overrides all of the previous settings, and we don't want that. Smoky. And it would be cool to have multiple different kind of smoke events, smoke exhausts, but let's get one working properly. That's cool. You can see the additive blend measure. This one gives it the, I think that's more like a gray color. We can see the image. Where's the image? I don't know what the image is. Where's the image? Oh, there it is. Was it? That's the image, and we could change it if we wanted to. We're not going to. Oh, maybe I can change it for some of the other items. It's got a cool look, but we're gonna keep with this. Okay, so I always have trouble stretched by speed. Okay, we don't want that. Sheep art direction. This is the emission rate, and lower emission means faster. I think faster, maybe. Okay, so we divide it by 10. Take a look. Whoa, I just saw. You see that? Wait, I gotta find. I saw smoke particles in the back. I think it might be too much, but okay. So here we can see smoke particles, so that's cool. Oh, but look at how long it goes for. Okay, so we don't want it to be that long. Sprite settings emission. So random 0.01. And then let's divide this by 10 as well. And let's test it again. Oh, I saw one. Okay, so we can see this, it's super smoky, so that's not. Yeah, it's coming from over here. Yeah, I guess it's two of them. Okay, so we kind of need it to exist. Duration is set to 0 already. Particle amount. We could reduce the particle amount maybe. Particle age. Here we go. Let's divide this by 10. I don't know if this is a good one because it's just like there's a lot of. Yeah. There, and that chicken's gonna hit the wall. So this is the. Oh, that's better. And I'm waiting for another one. There we go. And we got two back to back. Yeah, I think that works. Let's go ahead and test it. With the normal speed settings. And we can see I do a lot of the multiply by 10, divide by 10 to jump around, which I think is very helpful. Setting this up. No game over. Yeah, that looks good. Oop, oop. Look at that. Okay, I like it. Do you think I'm gonna have to add just a big collision around the main character? Because the game over is not getting called, and I'm not exactly sure why. This is a parent object. Select parent. This is a parent object. But this moves the object. Right? This is on collision star. Mover. Yeah. This is where the moving comes into. This is what moves the character. Particle effect. What particle effect is that? An explosion. Okay. This is what causes. The thing that I don't quite understand is that the collision. Oh, here we go. This collision effect will change the scale. Oh, but then here on the broadcaster, execute game success. So it makes me think that the on collision end for some reason isn't getting executed. Let me delete these. Then we can move it here. Broadcaster, execute. And then this one also, they both have broadcaster. So technically the broadcaster could be signaled twice. But here, even if it gets signaled twice, like we don't need both of these. We could just delete this. Get rid of some redundancy. Maybe that's causing issues. Let's make that work. Got the 3-lane highway. But why try again? Should be game success. Let me save it. Oh. This saving setup, I'm not a fan. Like, I'm posting an update, but does that mean it's published? I'm not trying to publish it. As long as it saves, it's a big thing. Look, I saved it at 9 a.m. So I've been changing the name of the document to make sure I can keep track of saving it, because again, I've been having issues. Big Vic in the house, what's up? Let's hope. Hold on, man. Let's hope it saves. If I don't want to have another issue. So I think I'm publishing it, which is not what I wanted to do. Yeah, so that's not what I wanted to do, but that button, I was just trying to save it. So let's go in. We gotta wait for this to go through. Just working on the game, working through some stuff. Let's go in here quickly and unpublish it. I'm hoping everything's saved. Hit save. Unpublish. Oh, you know what? The leaderboard probably wasn't set up. So number, highest, and post update. Fingers crossed. Yeah, we're in a early stages. What do you call it? In development. I've had a little bit of issues saving recently, and I noticed my practice is basically do whatever, right? Like I'll be at a coffee shop editing, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go, and then I'll just close up, not save it, or at least I think I save it, and then work on it for hours at home, and then not save it. I'm a little bit stressing, because okay, cool. So now let's test it on the game over. Some of these vehicles seem to work, others don't. Oh, gotta add more, what do you call it? Eggs for points. Haven't figured out the 3-lane, 4-lane setup yet. And no collision trigger. I mean, the dude definitely got hit. Is he? Does that second hit cost it? I couldn't tell if the chicken got squished a little bit. I think that was like the green vehicle. So if I have to, I'll put like a bigger box around the object. I'm just not sure if there's anything I can do to help. Okay, this is the new feature. You gotta select the world builder editor. I think this is like supposedly set up for when you have other people help you build stuff or something. Before there used to be a logic on, logic off. So I definitely like this better, but I also have to get used to it. Oh man, gotta watch out. These pigeons get on my balcony area, they just like poop everywhere, which not that big of a deal. I totally spilled like coconut oil everywhere, so it's all slippery out there, but I don't know, that's just how it goes, I guess. Okay, let's take a look. Man, I don't want to focus too much time on this, but it's kind of a big deal. It's like collision trigger. Oh, wait. Alright, we're just moving the collision trigger from collision end to collision start. That's it. Just double check the broadcaster. Broadcaster set the game success. Got it going multiple times. So if it theoretically could be triggered twice. Oh, you know what? I just realized in game dev world or whatever, if you have one object going fast, it could theoretically go through another object. So in this case, it's not going through the object, it is hitting the object because the object is a dynamic object that is moving in the world. But if the vehicle, which is kind of moving fast because this game ain't easy, can cause the object to fly. Where was I going with that? But the collision trigger isn't triggered because the object is going so fast and collision triggers don't always work. So maybe I can set up something that checks the X value location of the position of the object, and if that X value is, I don't know, either more basically greater, between -1, greater or less than, it'd be both, right? If the object was more than 1 or more than -1, it can trigger a broadcaster for game success. This way we can keep the small size of the character, because I don't want to make like a bigger object that can, like if there's a bigger object and something collides with it, it'll definitely register. But because of how this game is built, I mean, I kind of don't want that, because like if you could go like this, move your way in, but if you have a bigger object, yeah, so like there you can see it definitely got the collision happen. So maybe, and then I wouldn't even, the issue would be checking the value what every second. Like that might be bad in terms of processing power, but yeah. We'll see. Okay, let's Let's mess with that. That stuff is so messy. Like, I swear my move is to get it done and then clean up. Okay, here we go. We want this guy's X position. Wait, where'd it go? Here. Okay, here. Value output. No. We want the source here. X position. And then be able to do math. And I had to take calculus twice back in the day, which is probably like 20 years ago, because I couldn't do math. And my identical twin did not want to pass calculus for me because ethics or something, which is cool because I failed the class and then I took it over and I did really good. I got like a B plus or something, but it was calculus, so it's really difficult math. There we go. But I can do basic math, no problem. Okay, so value output. Oh wait, maybe we want compare. Let's just grab a compare. And then what we said, also a broadcaster. Broadcaster doing success. Okay, so math. Value. Oh no, compare. So what? Okay, I'm gonna test to see if this dude moves from the X value of 0, because I don't know if he does. I think he does, because I was messing with it earlier, and it, like, he moved like 0.01, 0.02, positive or negative, but yeah, that's not that much. But if I'm gonna set up something that causes something to like get triggered, well then that can be a problem. So let's go here, center, align, center, and give me success. Here you're getting a value here, and then you put it here, put the value. Okay, cool. And we want this to be in the format of something like that. You know what? Let's just go extra. Okay. Okay, so right now we can see it's at 0.01. That dude totally got hit. I forgot to look both ways. Kind of hilarious. One of the main reasons I like the concept of this particular game is you have to look both ways. In New York City, or basically anywhere in the world, you should always look both ways. But I've been hit by cars, bicycles, basically everything. Yeah, I'm just always looking both ways because I'm suspicious and I don't want to get hit again. So it's not move. So we can see it's moving a little bit, but it's nothing too. Oh, dude, I got hit again. Stop getting hit. Oh, I thought I had that one. Like, I really like that finish. I think that's great. Did we see? Did I move? You know, now I want to like, yes. So it's actually set up so if you just book it from the go, you should be able to make it. Oh. It's a Tesla. Wait a minute. Oh. No. Yeah, so the number isn't getting... I'm having difficulty looking both ways and checking out that number. I want to see if it gets to 0.01 decimal or not. Oh, it looks... So we got someone on the scoreboard as my game got published accidentally. Oh, that dune buggy looks so cool. I like the lights. That took some time. I am digging the lights or the blue lights on the windshield, so I'll definitely be messing with that. Okay, remember, focus is the test. Okay, so look, we're at 0.01, which is fine, but it's just, I think if you get a high enough score, you can get to like a, it would basically mess everything up. Something to keep in mind. I mean, I can just make it 10. But I think sometimes you get hit, right? And it's like a little bit. Yeah. Okay. We could do something like that. Maybe keep. Let's just get this key set up. Value compare. So we want to compare nodes. Value output. Where is it? This one. Value output. Compare A greater than 5. How can I do this for -5 and +5? If the value is greater or equal to 5, and execute broadcaster. And then let's go ahead and add another compare. This will be -5. And value output here. I can compare value A is greater than -5. Is that -6? Or is that less than? Oh man, is that a math question? Greater -6 is less than -5. Yes. So I think it's less than or equal to. Yes. Yes, because okay. Ooh. Man, those days of calculus are way behind. There wasn't even an iPhone back then. I don't. What was ICQ was like the thing. Download movies and definitely had fast internet. Okay. I tried telling somebody about the early 2000s the other day. They did not care. It is a cool thing to. Oh, made it. Yeah. See, my biggest concern is, and I guess there's a way I could do it so that it like pushes him into 0 or that it stays in 0. So I could create like a secondary system. Let's just keep going until I get hit. Looking straight. There's this thing when you right, yeah. Look at that, and the game over. There's a thing when you're riding a motorcycle. Good lesson for life too. Also to avoid accidents, which I have had. But you wanna keep an eye of where you wanna go, not where you don't wanna go. And I remember one time our bike was going down, sliding, and there was like a cliff. Well, I guess maybe even before that. I saw the cliff and I saw where I wanted to go, which was like to the left, but it was like a hard left. I wasn't ready for it, even though it wasn't that tough. But basically, I looked at the cliff and not where I wanted to go. So I went towards the cliff and the bike went down. So yeah, look at where you want to go, Matt. where you don't want to go. Sounds easy enough to do, but it's do or die. It takes practice. Okay, so that's good. Let's save it. Let's save it. And okay, so we got unlisted post. I get confused here. If like I want to save it, but I also want to post the update. So I don't really know what to do. I'm gonna hit the post update. Cause I think I've saved it before, and then I've opened it up later, and then I was editing an old version. Which is fine. I wasn't intending to do that. I'm also easily confused. But doing things I'm really good at, you know, like getting lost. Okay. Well, 36 people played this. This was available for like 1 minute. What? Oh man. Okay. I hope the version that these people played had fog. That's okay, so where am I? Okay, what I have been streaming. Let's see. It's up TikTok. TikTok always amazes me. Sometimes I'll edit for hours. Okay, you know what? Like if that is, it's gonna bother me that the dude doesn't stay at 0Y. Wonder. Take a look. Okay. Again, new update. World editor. Important button. This is one of the great things of iPad being in beta. I was trying to explain. I have I know a lot of developers, and one of them, they're always asking like, when is iPad going to get released? And it's fascinating because like other game developers who make games understand the process of making games and how like certain things are work in progress. Things are getting built and made better. Things are changing, and whereas there are other game developing software out there that should probably be in beta, but it's not. So in my mind, the great thing about HiPi being in beta is it's basically like the full experience of game developing, because some features get added, some get taken away, and at the end of the day, when it does get released, that'll probably be like the final setup for a while. But getting involved with the process, it just feels like such a privilege to just like, that's how you make games. Honestly, it's the process. So making a game engine where you can make game, it just, to me, it makes sense. But I think it makes sense when you're making games all the time, and it's basically kind of like the norm. Okay, this boot is bugging me. Let's get it up over here. These boots in real life cost about $400, and I think they're sold out. I don't know if I would spend $400. I would probably buy a plane ticket somewhere. That's okay. Chicken now as, so I don't think the issue is if the chicken gets smashed and stays in the same X value, which has happened. I've seen it happen. And we can keep the broadcasters. I feel like a lot of it is kind of over redundant, but I can clean it up later. What? Do something simple. I saved it. Let's do some smoke exhaust, and we got a lot of different smoke exhausts. So let's take a look. No, that's not. I'm trying. Okay, so this is the Smoky Bazaar, and this is the Dust Trail. Yeah, the Dust Trail is more category. I don't know if all, like should all you know what? Maybe all of these vehicles should have smoke exhaust. You know, we did have the Planet Game Jam a couple months ago, before Game Jam, and I've been living in cities, and the pollution is just bad, man. Like I'm looking out and I see pollution. Like I get on a motorcycle, I gotta wear a mask. It's just a lot of pollution. Maybe I should just add a bunch of smoking exhaust to all of this. I think it might look a little bit too much, but maybe we need that. Okay, let's start with this adorable Mini Cooper. Oh, I could also maybe mess with the colors. Uh, let's do one thing at a time. Smoke exhaust, particle effect, and I think the big thing here was we need to set the offset type to local. This is where I was making a mistake before. Oh, hold up. Oh, you know what? I just realized I could do with this link. On the Discord. Probably maybe half hour, maybe hour. My favorite is when I like don't look at time and then time is like boom. It goes so fast. But when I look at time, it can go low. I think that's all. I gotta get this. Lo-fi chill cafe. No, 80s nostalgic synthwave. That's my jam. Okay, work in progress. Okay, so I think it used to be. Yeah, okay. I don't see it anymore. Cuckoo. Where we at there? And this one. Okay. We add the smoke exhaust. Okay, so we probably like a Z of positive 2. Oh, ooh, that's the Dust Trail. Let's get 2 of these. I'm gonna do a bathroom break after we get this exhaust. You know, I do feel like sometimes game dev is like a lot of manual work. And it's not so much, well, no, it is. It's basically like setting it all up one at a time. But with the knowledge of knowing, if you do this like 100 times, maybe in my case 200 times, that 201st, you'll find an easier way to do it. Also, it's good discipline. And that good discipline is priceless. I was thinking like I think one of the reasons I personally have good discipline, although I'm wise, so I've been around. So I guess I've done everything. I don't know. Okay, let's just get this. Get this Exhaust going. Right. Okay, so I think that's good. And we will want to test this again, even though we tested the other one and it's kind of basically the same, but let's just double check everything. Yeah, they should all have dust, smoky car vent, 0.75, negative 1.3, negative 1.3. Yeah. Yeah, but when I was growing up, back in the day, in the 90s, yeah, this was the 90s. Was it? We had to go to Taekwondo class like 3 times a week. It's not a fan. Negative Z 3.0, local. Gotta change that to local. And yeah, basically 3 times a week for like years. And I swear it's that discipline, but at the same time, my identical twin had the same daily routine, and he, like, I do it for everything though. I'll do it for like exercise. I guess I could do it more on other things, like, I don't know. What do we focus on the car? Focus on the car. Get this going. Okay, that was kind of cool, but that's not what I wanted. Oh yeah, we're looking for the Cooper. And just camera view. Okay, here we go. Add some sputtering noises and we'd be good. That guy needs some exhaust. Everybody needs exhaust. That's exhaust. Wait, does this one not have? Oh, man, I was hoping this was like a Tesla and didn't have an exhaust. We could not put one there. Do Teslas have exhausts? They all got exhausts. Okay. I think they have cabs in New York that don't. Ooh, this one's got 4 exhausts. Okay, so that's the particle effect. Bell band. Local. +3. Negative. Point. I forget. I totally forget. 1.3. 1.5. Yeah. I think the biggest thing is time. It just takes time. The more time you have, the less time you have. The more time you have, the less time you have to get better at the more. I don't. Yes, it is okay not to make sense sometimes. Because we're just trying to add some pollution. So I think we do need like -5. I think this car's a little bit bigger. So y to 0. Okay, so maybe y to -1. Got it. 7.5. I'm at 4.5. Where did you go? Oh man, you're in the thing. You're in, so that's the Z. I gotta use the bathroom. The bathroom is one of the greatest motivators of our time. When you gotta go, you're just zippity zap. Oh man, is it 5? Yeah, but now you're too low. Like I don't know, you can't see my hands, but they're like quickly boom, boom, boom. I'm such a perfectionist. Like that's not even good for me. Like I'm not happy with that. Ooh, you know what? I also want to give that to the book. Okay, what are we doing? We're moving this to -5. A little bit better. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Here, and then I'm gonna copy that. Which you could just copy it directly. Someday. Maybe particle effect. Procedural sky. I wish I knew how to do that stuff. That looks cool. Okay. Movement. Okay. So this kind of stuff I love to do, just like sitting on the couch, maybe getting like a documentary going or something. It's a way to mix up like the tedious work, which to be fair is a lot easier than like the mind grinding. How do I get something to work that I don't know how to get it to work, but I need to get it to work? That stuff is a headache. But ooh, -8, 5. Hold up. -8, 5. 7, 5, 2, 9, 5. Oh, and we gotta set these to locals. Like, this is a good example because I keep making this mistake, and that's okay. That's okay. When you keep making the mistake, it's a quick way to learn how to not make that mistake. Oh, hey yo, thought I'd drop in again. Love your work, man. By the way, keep it up. Thanks, dude. Appreciate the comment. Sorry I didn't see that until now. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I recently updated my and then it's got the frame rate information over there. Oh man, is that my face? I'm just like looking straight. Today's not a good face day. It's okay. Yeah, I updated OBS, so I think the picture quality is supposed to be better. I had a while to figure out the chat, and yeah, I think Restream also does Facebook. I gotta figure that out as well. Yeah, because it's a thing. Okay, where were we? We're at the particles. Change it to local. Always remember the bigger picture when you're struggling at the smaller picture. I keep messing up this local thing. I've spent an hour trying to get the particles to work. So the fact that I was able to figure it out, that's great. And yeah, I'll keep making that mistake until I learn not to make it. And that's okay. 0.75. There should be 2 particles. This guy's way out here. Z of 5. We got Z of 8. Yeah, you're too much. Maybe 1.05. Not enough. And this is something I also find. I think it's just common when you're making stuff. you can be extra particular about things that don't matter. And that's fine. And I do it every day. I think that's just part of being a human. But, you know, you got to balance it. To me, this is important, but sometimes I will find myself spending an extra amount of time on things that don't matter, and it's really just me just making up time so that I don't do what I need to do. It's like instead of doing what you got to do, you make something up and then you don't do it because you're like, oh, these certain conditions were right. Which is fair. It depends always on whatever it is. That's why I tend to think everything is like some way connected. It's like conceptually. Okay, so y of -8. Yeah, okay, and then v of 5. Yeah, z of 5. And does this mean I can go use the bathroom? Almost. One of them isn't working. 1 out of 2. Is it the global? That would be the easiest. No. So. Ah, here we go. This one needs to be negative. Boom. Save it. Okay. Again, I get confused here. Do I want to save it or post update? I'm gonna save it this time. Oh yeah, one of them takes you back into the editor, and the other one has you leave the editor. That's what it is. I'm out of green tea. Yeah, okay. And let me just exit. And I want to make sure that that version is saved. Yeah, okay, cool. And fingers crossed. General Zayn. I always feel like they're looking at me. These characters. But like this dude's like putting his head underwater. Sometimes I put my head underwater, or at least the lower part of my face, and then people don't know I have a beard. I don't. Just. Okay. I'm gonna leave it here, and I'll be back in a couple seconds. I gotta get water. Take a bathroom break. See more than my laundry hanging, which at least it's dry. And oh man, I think I gotta get some more white shirts. They just don't stay white. 2 of them are really good to go, but whatever. I'll be back. What's Catchy the Fox? Battery's at 80%. I'm gonna unplug it. Gotta keep everything between 30 and 80% because I'm no! Oh man. There goes TikTok. take a look at the TikTok. In minutes. Sometimes I got people watching for hours. I don't know who. And those are usually I'm not talking. I'm just like working on stuff. And let's take a break. I've been working on this for hours. And oh, Big Fix got a game. I actually want to record that. I think I gotta start it over. I'm only on level 8. Oh, this stuff is nice. This I think is huge. Oh, and you can take the dudes out. Get like extra points for taking the dudes. Oh, I do think these games are amazing in terms of it's basically like Subway Surfer. I think I would change the angle a little bit, and that's the beauty of High Pipe is you can just change it what you like. Ooh, oh. Okay. What do we got? Global score. I like to get into the top 10. Oh man, that last Sky Viper challenge, I thought I did amazing. I beat basically all of those levels with a single shot. And I don't even think I made it into the top 10, which is fine. I just, man, I thought I was like top 3. But some people out there, they just got the mad skills. Oh man, that dude had a nice team. Jump and move. I should have jumped and moved. Where I gotta make sure it was still up there. Where is that other? There we go. Nope. Yeah. Oh man, I was like looking at the, okay, so there's a distance and a score. Oh, and then the speed picked up. Oh, that's right. Remember that now. Oh, jump over that. That was a close one. Oh, I hit up. It didn't go up. But I hit up. I can move this. Oh, man, my window's going. Okay. Looks cool. 360 spin, what? I think that bump throws me off a little bit. Let's get lined up and then we go. Okay, I hit that. Ground is bumpy. Oh, that's cool. Pieces can fall off. I like it. No goats allowed. I want to make like a bunch of cute looking what, fruits and vegetables. They got all these billboards and signs all over the place in Thailand, and I think it's like a skincare product. I don't know what it is, but they basically just have like fruits and vegetables, and they add like simple black lines for black eyes for like eyeballs and things. And I gotta take more pictures. Take pictures of it so I can kind of like recreate it into a game. Let me try to get a decent score here, and then you know what? Maybe we'll call it at the end of the stream. I need to take a break. These are always great games. $17. Okay, I mean, I am number one. I'm gonna try to get a little bit higher than 17, and I can't see how long. Just yeah, almost 2 hours. Ooh, what's this? What do we got here? Oh, and then you pick what you want. Okay. Hold on, let me we get a bun. Tomato, pickle. Yeah, definitely a pickle. Lettuce, nope. Double patty. Tomato. One of these said top. Are we looking final score 100? Cool. That was cool. What do we got here? I guess we can like add a mine. Yo, that's not creepy at all. Oh yes, we do have multiple camera angle movements, which is always great. Oh no, the mine drops in front. Did be toilet ski BD. Oh, okay, you can't shoot and run at the same time. Yeah, that was cool. Alright, let's double check this. Need to add the fog back on. Yeah, the game over works for the being moved from the XY position. Yeah. Cool, I think that's gonna be it for today. I'll probably keep working on this. I might stream on TikTok at Hyper Casual Games. But again, when I do TikTok streaming, I'm not talking. Talking takes actually a lot of energy, which is fine. Because I don't think I talk that much usually on a regular day. So this is a nice opportunity. So thank you for hanging out, and I'm gonna keep working on this game and let you know when it's finished. And if you got any tips or anything, let me know in the comments. Until next time, I'm Hype C. Stay safe out there and peace.